probably around about 97, 98 when I first started dating Jeannie, Ryan's mother. Was not familiar with it whatsoever. Didn't even know it even existed, because it wasn't like you bumped into someone every 5 minutes, where perhaps someone's got a cold or someone's broken a leg. People with cystic fibrosis are kind of few and far between. So that was my first lesson in CF. I used to refer to it as a disease of the lungs. It was back then it was a terminal illness, and basically it was the impression I got was trying to make people comfortable, not knowing how they were coming along in leaps and bounds with medication and success stories. When I first heard about the foundation was probably about close on to 2000 when I started to get a little bit more involved with it. I wasn't too sure how it was. I thought it was just a group that just raised money and that was it, but it's a lot more than that. They give a lot of help to the families, especially if they're struggling in the sense of with medications or trying to speak to or see specialists or putting people in communication that are dealing with the same aspect. So at first I thought it was just, hey, we're just going to go out there and raise some money, but it is a lot greater than that. The foundation, I think, is very important to the kids because it lets them know, hey, you're not on your own. There is a support group out there. It was probably harder, I think, more so for adults that found out later in life that they had cystic fibrosis and not knowing quite where to turn to. And in some cases, what help can we get? They've got a great guidance crew over there, and it's not just the foundation in Orange County. It's all in California. It's all in different states. But no, for people that have it, there is so much support out there. Hey, don't look down, look up. There's a great support network, not just with the foundation, but also with parents, and also a lot of the children and adults that are going through the same thing. They're very, very encouraging, very, very upbeat. And I've seen some of the parents that have diagnosed that their child has got cystic fibrosis, and within a year just very involved with the whole foundation and very, very positive. Well, basically, other than raising money that is going to medications to perhaps even look for a cure for cystic fibrosis, it's also bringing awareness. And that's the biggest impact I think we're seeing, is people not aware of what's going on. But more importantly, they're surprised that there isn't really any government funding for this, where there is government funding for more or less everything else, and that we depend on private donated money from private individuals and some charities once in a while. But the nice thing is, because we have complete control of where this money goes, we make sure it goes in the right direction. The success that they've been having with medication for prolonging life has just gone in leaps and bounds. Ryan, when he was first diagnosed with it, the doctor did say realistically he'd probably live until he's 12 or 13. Well, he's 22 right now, and life expectancy, as they're saying, is till he's in his 30s. Well, we've been doing this all the time, and that's positive. Ryan is very positive all the time. I've never seen him get down the dumps as to, oh, feel sorry for me, I've got this disease. He's very, very upbeat. And one thing that surprises me, how religious he is, taking his breathing treatments. I mean, he might leave his bedroom untidy and leave things unfinished, but when it comes down to his health, he's very, very much on top of it, very, very regimented. But more importantly, he understands exactly what's going on at all times, with which medications, and listen to the doctors about understanding how the medications can affect him, what the side effects are. I actually started over drinks a few years ago, 10 years ago. A gentleman that has been absolutely fantastic involved with this, Jim Seitz, said, hey, I want to go ahead and do a golf tournament one day. And I think after our third drink, we decided it was going to go ahead and be for cystic fibrosis. And after the fourth drink, we decided when and where it was going to take place, which was in Chino Hills to begin with. So that's basically how it came about. We were very, very fortunate to have another gentleman that was very passionate, very involved with what was going on with cystic fibrosis and took the time to understand what its effects were as to children and adults, and that was Bill Klein. He was a great supporter in this and a great help. He stepped up and he basically, said, this is something we can do. And as his words were, hey, we hope to put the foundation out of business soon. Well, after 2 years where we were holding it in Chino Hills, we noticed a lot of the participants were coming from Orange County. And at the same time, it was, hey, we're only getting the golfers. When you generally have a golf tournament, you might have 144 players. And by the end of the golf tournament, you lose a third. So you're down to, let's say, 100 golfers out there. But most of these golfers have a significant other. So we're missing out on 50%. So we decided, let's go ahead and have the gala, the dinner, on the Saturday evening, 24-hour rest, and then the golf on the following morning. And when we did that, everything doubled overnight. It was great. People enjoyed it. They felt relaxed. They felt they didn't have to run around. And it was a great evening out for both. Then it gave us 24 hours of rest, and then people came back on the Monday and played on the Monday. It's always been a Saturday night dinner and a Monday golf. And the reason being is a lot of the clubs, they want to remain open on the weekend. They have their maintenance on a Monday, so that's when they put it out to tournaments. We're very fortunate to find a golf club that has been able to open up to us on the Sunday. So this year, for the first time, we'll actually have the dinner on the Saturday, followed by the next day with the golf. Ryan, he's been enjoying himself playing in the golf tournaments. Unfortunately, the last 2 years, 3 years, he's been involved with college, and unfortunately that would come in and interrupt. So he would actually make it down for the dinner, but the golf tournament, unfortunately, he was missing out on. But when he does, he participates, and what's nice is that we like him to go ahead and meet everyone involved. So a lot of the time we'll go ahead and put him in a golf cart with us, and we'll go from one foursome to another foursome. And quite often he'll go ahead and play one of their balls and see, for example, if he can perhaps outdo the other golfers, which surprisingly he actually does a lot of the time. The event is important to Southern California, as are all events that the foundation put on and private charity groups, because this opens up where money is not only directed to medication for people that have cystic fibrosis, but also different clinics. Before we were restricted, now we can expand. Money is going into these clinics that can open up their doors. Instead of just being one day, it can be opened up for 3 or 4 days now. And we're talking about from San Diego up to Los Angeles. That helps a lot of families out, because where before is if the child did have to go and see the doctor on a regular basis, they were basically having to move into the communities close by where the child could go ahead and get the work done. Now they can move down to Temecula, to Marietta, to the desert, because not too far away is a clinic to be able to help. Why do they have to go to this event? Very good question, very simple. It's one hell of an event. It's exciting, it's a lot of fun. A lot of businesses have actually benefited from it by meeting people there that they end up doing business with. Extremely well put on, and a very relaxing environment. But more importantly, it's the money that's raised that is going to these individuals that have cystic fibrosis that benefit on the long run. We appreciate everyone. Appreciate everyone that's there, whether you're a big donator, a small donator, or a person that's just there because they're a guest, because they're bringing aware of what's going on. Without these people, it wouldn't be an event. Without an event, we wouldn't be raising any money. So thank you all that have participated. Well, on April 27th and 28th of 2019, we are having our 10th annual Regional Classic Invitational Golf Tournament and Gala Dinner. I invite you to come and join us. I can guarantee you're going to have a lot of fun. I can guarantee you the golfers are going to have a lot of challenge. And more importantly, it's raising money for a damn good cause. So from all the further details, if you go to the Klassic, and that's spelled with a K.com, you'll have reservations that you can sign up to, dinner that you can sign up to, and more information, and you get to meet a good group of people. Thank you.